Alright. Welcome back to Nikolai. This comic corner classic, less known classic. This is episode number 25. 25, 22, Doubleshot 24, 16. Now, I've been delaying this last few days, but now I'm finally getting a chance to do this. So, now, I'm technically discussing basically an epic collection, plus some individual issues from some stuff. Plus some issues from Thunderbolts. But first, we're starting with issues that are published in X-Force Volume 2, which is called, I can find it here. Here we go. Which is called Executioner's Song. Now, here's the thing about this book. I've covered pretty much everything for this book, except for a 2-issue miniseries and an issue of New Warriors. And that's it. Okay, so the 2-issue miniseries is known as Cable, Blood, and Metal. So that's referred to as simply just Cable. Written by Fabian DeCisa, artwork by John Mia Jr. This is Cable's very first limited series. And here's a fun fact. When Cable had renumbering in 2018, this book was not counted as part of numbering. No, it wasn't. Now, basically, this book is noteworthy for being, aside from Cable's first solo book of his own, before it got his actual ongoing series, it is just basically just Cable meeting Stripe, finding out the fact that Stripe's got his face. Now, despite the fact Rob Liefeld created Cable, Rob Liefeld had nothing to do with this miniseries at all. This came out after he left Marvel Comics. The only reason why Marvel did this was because Cable was popular, so give him his own book. And because it's probably because this miniseries did so well, that's why he had a very lengthy ongoing series that lasted, at the time, 107 issues. Yep. Plus, this book is noteworthy for having a version of Wild Pack that was later renamed to Six Pack because of legal reasons. Yes. And you're thinking, really? Yes, really. Yeah, sometimes this book is just simply referred to as just Cable. The Blood and Metal just tagline mostly. Yeah. And by the way, Six Pack was comprised of Domino, George Washington Bridge, as the character called that, the Grizzly. And no, this is not the Spider-Man. This is a complete different character. The Grizzly, who's a Rob Liefeld character who showed up in X-Force number 8. Who did pop up in X-Men, I think it was X-Men Legends 2, I think it was, he popped up in. Yeah, he's completely related to the Grizzly character that Jerry Conway created. Also, there's a guy named Hammer, named Eisenhower Canty. Yeah, and he doesn't really appear very much at all. Not really. This miniseries was the first appearance since his debut in issue 8 of X-Force. Now, this was not technically Six Pack's first appearance. Originally called Wild Pack, but then, of course, we had this legal person come and change it into Six Pack. Based upon beer. And this was kind of, in a way, Cable's first team. And they're primarily featured this miniseries. And they also fighting ninjas in this book. Yeah. But this book overall was not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. I thought, here's the thing. This miniseries is also infamous online for Linkar's review of the damn miniseries. Yeah, he reviewed issue 1. I think it was back in about 2010, I think it was. He actually had Cable show up in the episode. Well, mostly Louis Lovehawk dressed up as Cable with the silver hair. And that's where he got the BFG gun from. And then after his comeback, after he was abducted in story by Lord Vice, he basically reviewed issue 2 of this book. And that was it. Yep, he just referred to it as Cable 1 number 2. It was, even despite the fact it was called, it's been commonly always referred to as Blood and Metal. It's not Cable Volume 1. It's not Cable Volume 1, it's just Cable Blood and Metal. That's what it is. And then we have the New Warriors book, which is here because... Now, why is New Warriors book appearing in the book? Now, here's the thing. Fabian DeCisa was writing this book at the time, so why not? Mostly put, it just Cannonball and Warpath just guest star in the book and continue some plot threads from X-Force in an issue of New Warriors. Not a bad idea per se. Of course, Famous Caesar was writing both books at the time, so of course he could do this. Basically, it's all about dealing with the aftermath of what happened to Hellions. That's most of exactly what this book is, and that's it. And then pretty much we move on to X-Force Volume 3, Assault on Graymalkin, which collect the issues of X-Force. Issues 20 to 26, and number 2, the first 4 issues of Cable Volume 1, and Nomad 20. Nomad 20 is basically a book that features Domino and Garrison Cade with Grizzly just happily guest starring this book. And this is another book by Fabian DeCisa. Plus, you gotta love this cover. Jack Monroe is Nomad. You're thinking, Nick, who the heck is Jack Monroe? Back in the 70s, this guy was retconned to be the Bucky of the 1950s. And I love this James Bond-esque cover. Because it's Domino go undercover this book. This book is just pure awesomeness at its finest. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for some reason, my Chrome... Yeah, my Chrome, for some reason, is frozen on me. Everything else on my phone works perfectly fine. So, give me just a minute here with that. There we go. Now it's working. I had to basically just... Okay, so here we go. Yeah, for some reason my phone decided to just act weird just froze for no reason with the Chrome, so I had to basically just close it out. Okay, so... Okay, here we go. Come on, seriously. Thank you. Jesus criminy. Anyways. So yeah, they're basically just appearing here for this going on the cover in a casino. We have this wonderful image of basically Domino wearing a bikini top, wearing a ripped pair of shorts on the beach with Grizzly. Yep. I really love Nomad series. I kind of wish Marvel would collect more issues and trade. It's not that bad of a book per se. Because basically just work together for one issue and that's pretty much it. When it comes to the book. Yep. But in the case of the X-Force issues 20 to 26 of this very book. I do apologize for basically my phone not exactly working properly. Yeah, in the opening issue, basically X-Force taking on War Machine and Shield. The whole storyline takes up issues. Saul and Graymalkin. That's how the trick comes from basically, and then fighting, of course, War Machine, and then finding out about. Here's the thing. Issue 21 is noteworthy for revealing the first name of Domino and Grizzly, and revealing the name Hammer, and the fact that, well, Copycat is posing as Tina Valento. Yeah, who sadly got killed off the very next issue. Now, I should point out, though, the artwork for this book is done by Greg Capullo. Artist who I've met. Yep. Yeah, it's mostly just X-Force versus Shield for a few issues. It's really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed these set of issues. And of course, Friends of Humanity and a return by Deadpool. First time he's appeared, of course, he appeared in the previous issue, issue 23. His last appearance, let's see, what was his previous appearance for? Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool last appeared back in issue 15 of this very book. And then he, of course, returned for these few issues. Yeah, and then kind of in the way after dealing with Friends of Humanity for an issue, I'm skipping 25 because it's issue ties to Fatal Attractions. Yep. And then, of course, you have X-Force take on Liberation Front, a story that continues in the X-Force Annual, which has the first appearance of a character named Adam X, who was allegedly the son of Xavier. Actually, more like his nephew. But actually, get this. It was revealed in a X-Men Legends that his father, get this, is Emperor Decane. And you're thinking, some of you probably thinking, Nick, who's Emperor Decane? Emperor Decane was Leandra's mad brother. And apparently someone used his DNA and the DNA of Catherine Summers. Who is Catherine Summers? That's Scott Summers' mother and Cable's grandmother. Yep. Yeah. This is revealed in X-Men Legends number 2. Yeah, which Famous Season wrote that one. So basically, everybody basically detailed the guy's backstory. Yeah, and this Andy was basically his debut, and they're taking on, Neurotop and Martin Strong. And artworks by Tony S. Daniel, one of his earliest comics he worked on. Yep. But what about the Cable issues, per se? Mostly put in the case of Cable issues, it's mostly put Cable when he's away from the team for a bit. Yeah, that's mostly put exactly what these 4 issues are. Interesting enough, the 4th issue leads into issue 25, which is Cable reuniting with them. It's basically Cable, basically viewing, a little bit of his history, per se. It's mostly him in the future. For a few issues. It's mostly put exactly what these issues are. And once again, Fabian Nicieza is the writer. But the arc of this book is by Art Trevitt. Of course, he also deals with Garrison Kane. Who was Garrison Kane, you might ask? Why, he's second person to the title of Weapon X. Sadly, the man is dead. He got killed off in the Weapon X book back in 03. And surprisingly, he has stayed dead. He's not been resurrected at all. We also deal with a group known as the Clan Chosen, who make their debut in issue 1, and they're here for these few issues. Their first 2 issues, but they come back later on. Yep, their appearance has been very sporadic, and after dealing with them for a couple issues, then Cable goes kind of in the way back to present day. We deal with the first appearance of Weasel. Yes, a character associated with Deadpool. That's what issue 3 is known for. There's a funny little story. It's a strange story related to the Weasel I found out in the Ultimate Alliance video game, the Ultimate Alliance 2, actually the first one, where Deadpool stabbed him in the leg for eating the last Cheeto. Yes, Deadpool did this because he's insane. Issue 4 is mostly put basically Cable with six pack. And eventually, of course, this leads into his return in X-Force. Now, of course, issue 4, the artwork for this issue was done by not only Art Tribbett, but also Rob Liefeld, Jim Radigan, Bill Welley, and Scott Kubelich. Yep. But these issues were actually pretty good. You might think, okay, what about the, I was talking with Nomad. So, alright, I'm going to give basically the X-Force. Now, what rating do I give X-Force? Well, the Blood and Metal miniseries, I give that one a 9. New Warriors, I give that a 9 as well. The stuff in X-Force Volume 3, it's on Graymalkin. The book I skipped over was Deadpool, The Circle Chase, because I discussed that in Deadpool Classic, so I didn't need to discuss that. I think the issue was kind of weak. Nomad is probably throwing in there because he's a wrote it and because features characters in X-Force. Yep. Get the book roughly a 9 out of 10. Next up, basically, we're discussing issues 76 to 81 of Thunderbolts. The very infamous issues. Issues that people who are fans of Thunderbolts would rather forget ever happened. Written by John Arciti, artwork by Sal Varicio. This is also known as the Fight Bowl issues. What is the Fight Bowl issues? It is simply put, basically, so forget about the popular Thunderbolts. Let's make it to a Fight Club book for no reason. And this is what the book became for 6 issues. And here's something interesting though. When the book resumed its triple numbering when issue 100 came out, these issues were so counted. Don't know why, but these were the last issues technically for Thunderbolts Volume 1 released for a few years until they decided to release new Thunderbolts. Not long after this. For some reason, we all involved a guest appearance by Spider-Man in these issues. Yes, Spider-Man is here. For reasons related to the Rhino. They're okay, per se. The problem is, it's not the Thunderbolts. And for some reason, Marvel slapped on this quote from Kurt Busiek, one of the co-creators of Thunderbolts. Like, I think it's work, talent, but kind of people would be proud of. Really? Like, where's Zemo? Where's Thunderbolts? This is not Thunderbolts. That's the problem with these issues. It's like, it's Thunderbolts in name only. There's no Thunderbolts here. It's basically Fight Club. It's like, Marvel could not get the rights to the Fight Club movie, so turn a popular book into a Fight Club book. Though eventually, of course, there was a Fight Club book published by Dark Horse Comics, which meant to serve as a sequel to the movie, called Fight Club 2, which I have not read yet, and I haven't seen Fight Club yet. The issues are fine, per se, but it's just the problem is, just call it something else. Calling it Fight Bolts probably is the best way to call it, because it's not Thunderbolts. Not at all. Give the issues roughly an 8 out of 10. I would give it a higher grade, because I love Thunderbolts, but these are not Thunderbolts. This is Fight Club. Yep, so yeah, that's a particular view. Next up, one more comic corner to do, and then basically I'm on watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, next view.